Welcome to StabtheDragon Productions. It is October 10th, 2022, Columbus Day. So welcome back for episode 74 and whiskey review number 45. As tonight, we're looking at Balcones Baby Blue Corn Whiskey. We have turned the corner in my reviews, having finished the North Texas Whiskey series, and now we're headed south about 80 miles to Waco, Texas, where we'll be examining some of the products from Balcones Distillery. Last time we met, we studied Balcones Pot Still Bourbon, and what a treat that was. That's a favorite. Now I move to the very first whiskey they released in their distillery, Baby Blue Corn Whiskey. So just the facts. This whiskey has on its label the original Texas whiskey. Now, Garrison Brothers was granted the first distiller's permit in Texas since Prohibition, but Balcones actually produced the first Texas whiskey, Baby Blue Corn. Garrison Brothers went on to produce the first bourbon in the state. I think there's probably some bad blood there, maybe, from some things I've read. Baby Blue is made from roasted blue corn, distilled in a pot still. This whiskey's been aged at least 12 months, but the bottle also says that it's intentionally young. Bottled at 92 proof in a 750 milliliter bottle, this is a certified Texas whiskey. This whiskey's won a few awards, including double gold at the 2010 San Francisco World Spirits Competition, so that's impressive. My score for this whiskey is a 92. Letter grade, A+. Recommendation: I give this whiskey my highest recommendation. If you're drinking your way around the Texas Distillery Trail, this one is a must-have. If you want to taste Texas whiskey, this is a great place to start. Now let's get into the details. First of all, the history. Founded by Chip Tate in 2008 in Waco, Texas, this distillery is named for a geologic fault that runs underneath that part of Texas. They released their first Texas whiskey since Prohibition in 2009, Baby Blue Corn Whiskey, and by 2010 had won that double gold in San Francisco. Then there was, of course, the messy legal split when the board forced out Chip Tate in December of 2014. Now, some of the things that I've read indicate that Tate was wanting to head more into the creative side of things, while the board of investors wanted to focus on making money. And so there was a disagreement on the size and cost of expanding the distillery. Divorces happen. But I'm glad to see Balcones still making some of the most innovative and tasty whiskeys in the country. So for history, including a troubled past, 5 out of 5. Marketing, bottle, and packaging. I'm fairly sure I've seen some kind of online advertising for Balcones, but nothing definitive. The bottle is fairly plain. This shape of the bottle is just kind of a plain Jane generic whiskey bottle. It's used by lots of different companies. But the label is kind of bold, I think. It's eye-catching. You know, it's not real fancy, but it's bold. You've got the blue and then the name blue in the label and in the whiskey as well. It's got that corn stalk there on the front. The label says made from roasted blue corn, pot distilled. There you go. The original Texas whiskey, it says right there. And on the back it says a true Texas original. The first Texas whiskey on the market since Prohibition, Baby Blue, is crafted from roasted Texas blue corn. This rich and oily maize. I'm going to have to get some help reading this. This rich and oily maize adds new sophistication to the corn whiskey tradition while keeping the freshness and verve of classic American distilling. Intentionally youthful, Baby Blue captures the essence of this prized corn with a round nuttiness, roasted overtones, and refined complexity. The mouthfeel is viscous with a soft finish. Certified Texas whiskey, distilled and bottled by Balcones Distilling, Waco, Texas, aged at least 12 months in oak. Jared Hempstead, head distiller, signed it. The date on this is 10/27 of 21. The batch is BB21-2. There you go. That's the marketing, bottle, and packaging. I'm pretty sure that well, five out of 5 for history, and now marketing, bottle, and packaging. I'm pretty sure I've seen some kind of online advertising, but nothing definite in my memory. And again, this bottle is pretty plain and straightforward. Now, when it comes to blue corn, yellow is the most popular corn today. I mean, if you open a can of corn, it's pretty much going to be yellow. Sometimes you can get white corn mixed in. And of course, with grits, you can get yellow grits or you can get white grits, you know, hominy, same way. But my family switched over to cooking with blue cornmeal. You know, if we're going to make cornbread, we've used blue cornmeal for 10 or 12 years. And sometimes we've used red cornmeal, right? So corn comes in different colors. My bottle, it's got this nice red bow, I think, because I bought it around Christmas time in either December 2021 or January of this year, 2022. So, marketing, bottle, packaging, 4 out of 5 points. Composition. What exactly is corn whiskey? Legally, corn whiskey must have at least 80% corn in the mash bill, and it does not have to be aged, but it can be aged in oak barrels if those barrels are uncharred or previously used. It can be distilled to a max proof of 160%, but must be barreled, if at all, under 125%. Straight corn whiskey is aged for a minimum of 2 years and bottled in bond for 4. This baby blue says it's aged for at least 12 months. So it is young, perhaps, but not in Texas. If you've seen my review of Tabacero whiskey from here in Texas, they're on the bottle. They're 1 year. They say they aged for 1 year, and those are dark whiskeys, very dark. Okay, so a lot of Texas whiskeys can be fully mature in just a year, and that's a relationship of the heat and the cold in Texas. The huge weather swings that we have will do weird things to whiskey, and that's where the Texas funk comes from as well. So this whiskey is aged for at least a year. It's blue corn, a roasted blue corn. Other than the roasted blue corn on the label, I don't know what else would be in the mash bill. I don't know if it's got any barley or not. I mean, it could be 100% corn. Maybe so. There might be other corn besides blue corn mixed in. I don't know. So 13 out of 15 for composition. Appearance. This is a light amber. You know, this is a fairly light colored whiskey. And so, you know, it's going to be, you know, here's the bottle. Look at that again. It's not exceptionally dark, so I'm going to say the appearance gives it a 3 out of 5 points. The nose. Now, if you watched any of my other reviews, you know that my nose is just not very good. The website says melted butter, kettle corn. I can agree with both of those. Melted butter and kettle corn, that makes sense. Toffee? Not sure about the toffee, but cinnamon, yeah. Nutmeg? No. Fresh bread and honey? Well, the honey. Coffee and chocolate? No. The Texas funk is present here, though. Now, it's a young whiskey, and it wasn't aged in a charred barrel, so what makes that Texas funk? It must just be the heat. I don't know. 8 out of 10 on the nose. Taste. This is an instant wow. You get the corn sweetness. You get the Texas funk that hits you right away. Now the website says tropical fruit, apricot. No. Brown sugar, cotton candy. Yeah, well, I can see the brown sugar and maybe even cotton candy. Sweet tea with lemons. I don't think so. Smoked chilies. Yes, I will agree with smoked chilies. But fruit, no, I don't get anything fruity. But this is truly an amazing drink. It's not quite as heavy as the Iron Root Corn Whiskey because this is only 92 proof. I think comparing this to Mellow Corn bottled in bond, which is 100 proof, would be worthwhile. I might have to bring in a bottle of Mellow Corn during my Texas whiskey tournament next year. It's kind of a standard of corn whiskey, or a control group, you might say. I finished the one bottle of Mellow Corn I've had just several months ago, and it was okay. It wasn't bad. I wasn't going to get another one, but for the Texas whiskey tourney, I might have to, just to compare it. So this is definitely a wow. This would just blow Mellow Corn out of the water. Absolutely. If you're a corn whiskey fan, here you go. 25 of 25. Mouthfeel and finish. It doesn't feel thin, but neither is it real viscous, even though the website said viscous. To me, it's a bit airy and creamy at the same time in the mouth. Almost like a, what's it? Cereal Sugar Pops, you know, kind of like that, where it's puffed up, kind of corn and sweet, but puffy. It's 92 proof, and so I think the finish is a little bit longer than most 90 proofs. The burn is maybe a bit more of a burn as well, but it's in a pleasant way. I like whiskey with a little punch to it, okay? A lot of punch, okay? I like a mouth punch in my whiskey. And so this punches maybe a tad bit over its weight in a pleasing way. I certainly would not call it smooth, but neither is it harsh. It's got an appropriate mouth burn. Gets up in the sinuses some, for sure. There's not a Texas hug going down, though. Not that. A lingering cinnamon flavor. The Texas funk kind of sticks around for a while, too. It's really a little bit of a long finish, I think. 14 out of 15 points on that mouthfeel and finish. Price, value, and availability. 0 to 10 points is the available score here. Total Wine's got it for $36.97, $40.73 at Specs, $39.99 at Goody Goody. I'm pretty sure I bought this at Specs. Yeah, I'm sure it was Specs, so I paid, $40 for this. But this is a great value at these prices. I really think so. For a craft whiskey that double gold winner with this much flavor, it's widely available. Not just here in Fort Worth, but I think it's available all over the country now. So I'm going to say 10 out of 10 for price, value, and availability. Neater Mixer. This is amazing neat, and I drink, all my whiskeys neat. But I think it would do well in a cocktail. In fact, I would love to try this in an old-fashioned. The proof and the flavor would definitely shine in a cocktail. 5 points. Bonus. 5 points. I mean, this is fantastic. It's 80 miles from my house. Here you go. Widely available, good price point, tremendous flavor. Yeah, five bonus points. Total score 92. Letter grade A+. My recommendation. This is an amazing Texas whiskey. It's corn whiskey, not a bourbon, but it's packed full of flavor. If you want to taste the taste of Texas, it's here in this bottle. I give Baby Blue my highest recommendation. Absolutely. At 92 proof, it's got a bit of a kick. So smooth is your requirement. I suggest that you do it either in a cocktail or on the rocks. But this is truly a wonderful whiskey. This will be a favorite. This is my second bottle, and I can foresee always having a bottle of this on hand. If you're drinking your way around the Texas Whiskey Trail, this is a must-have. If you just want to start trying Texas whiskeys, start here. Conclusion. This will be fun in the upcoming Texas Whiskey Tournament that I hope to do in 2023. Put this up against Iron Root and see what happens. That'll be a tough call. Well, This is Stab the Dragon on this Columbus Day of 2022. So, cheers to Christopher Columbus and all he accomplished. Absolutely. Out here.